Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn. In the last part, we did the Labyrinth of the Ancients, missed 40% of the last boss because gotta go fast. Let's start in patch 2.2, Still Waters. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amajin & Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifest were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that the pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. I am just like, not again! The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been merely of monetary value. If there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in the service of a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the Blaze to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon, your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Ishtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. She's like, not more crystals, not another primal. Give me a break. Please give me a break. Alright. Let's go to Horizon. Arya, your assistance is most welcome. I've already spoken at length with the brass plates of the roads, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. We'll go into further detail, but your time might better be spent in conversation with Fufalupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation. I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If it eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. So, it's been a long time since we said hello to Fufalupa. So let's speak with Fufalupa. Hi, bud. Been a while. Arya, what a pleasure to see you again. Ishtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystal stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than. Oh, but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The car bolted off towards eastern Thanalan, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice for thieves, as such proven cunning. The Amaljaw do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. What of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I fail to see what else it could. Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. On second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thancred, wherever have you been off to? I figured you had everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check up on our Amaljaw friends. When you believe it, I happened upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the brass blades intercept it. In all my years, I had never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The Blaze were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. Stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. As so, alas, we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Arya. Fine. Against all expectation, it would seem the Amaljaw are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish their stores of crystals exhausted during their latest attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motives are profit, why would they be willing to trade the crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. What do you think of what it might be? I shall inform Urianger of our progress or lack thereof.
Now then.
Been a while since we've had voiced.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Far across the sea from the land of Doma have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Let's grab some earrings. A final temptation. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, wait. For want of a better suggestion, I'd say we try picking Fufalupa's brain again. Who knows? If we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Just turn around and be like, hello, I'm back. Oh, but it's good to see you return. I have given some thought to the matter, and I just have hit upon the most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Oofaloopal. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice for so long, and then it came to me. What if there's someone among our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our own midst. It would be most unfortunate if your fears prove well-founded, Fufalupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security, the concerned decide to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans will be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. Oh, but such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation? Mayhap not, but neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to, let us say, a lone code-aged miner traveling without escort, so as to not attract undue attention. But I see, yes, the concerned may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed. This man would certainly need to rest upon the way, mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley. A fine spot for a rest, would you not agree, Arya? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same in the south. Ahem, forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Bye. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrendered. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Alright, so we have to head to the south. But you know what I'm going to be doing? I believe I can fly! Yay, flying! I like flying. It's so great. Flying. So wonderful. Flying. No, Dragona! Moving in distance catches your eye. There's a couple of pugilists here. Ah! It's either why. Why are you lagging? Don't do this to me, computer! Don't do this to me! Oh, we've got some more. Ain't done, this godforsaken hill. Alright, Secret Ishtola. What's that? Heck is she wearing? Oh, she's wearing the level 50 miner gear, it looks like. It's been a while since I've seen it. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You are unharmed. A king of sea wolf, thieves, and in Thanalan, no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Thieves are a long way from home. It's like, guys? Guys! Hello? Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon then, Foofaloopoo. Want to hear about your meeting with the thieves? Alright, back we go. Flying, it's so wonderful, isn't it? I don't want to have to be on the ground again. I like to fly. Ah! On behalf of the Brass Blaze of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? And by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regardless, he managed to subdue the unit of Blaze, dispatched to detain him, and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea wolf. Luminous and born and raised, I believe. Do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. See, pray keep me apprised of any developments. Yes, she's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed, or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You got me. The Mother of Exiles. The antecedent bid me tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where a young Alphino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident. I'm not privy to the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. When I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. I don't know, Thancred, can we really trust you? Well, let's fly over the Vesper Bay, because we can fly! It's so awesome! This true Slayer has come a long, long way. Yeah, I'm going the right way. I'm like, yeah. I'm not used to the view from up here, okay? You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, the vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultanate. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the Eastern Continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale, and more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ulda, Arya, unless I'm mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken. We will find the Domans bickering with the Sultan's Warren on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings. Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be pursued by some. If not, who better to have than you? Who better than you to have on hand in the event of unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. Shall see you again. Ulda. Fine. I'll just teleport there. Meh. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir, we do not have the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant that small kindness? Away with you and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. Loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. Hope that you will find me more to your liking. Alphina Levier, at your service, a friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique, in this part of the world at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ulda, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourself to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation thus, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Alright, well, off to the quicksand! Yay!
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ulda are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum. nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Alright, let's speak with Yugiri. But madam, as I said earlier, we've been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, the sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Good madam, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Alright, let's speak with Momodi. It's been a while, Momodi. Hi. Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Arya? Of course, I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. Wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow. See, but they just sent word they can't come, meaning I've got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. And best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Go and call on Fedora and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Awakened Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. Should sound straight. Alright. Let's head over to the Waking Sand. Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Yeah, that one. That's the word I'm looking for. The place I'm looking for. We already know I can't speak. We've established this. That's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions? No. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Hold on. She's in the business of feeding refugees now? I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Jeez, that is not nice. Very not nice. No one deserves to go hungry. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We've been granted an audience? Before the Sultan's syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Not as owly, Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it's with the words that you must win the favor of the syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You'll be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. Alright, let's head and speak with Robon. A pleasure, Lieutenant Ariana. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
I, Yugiri of Doma, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the Purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes. The law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Hi, I'm awake. I'm gonna grab this yellow dye. Promises to keep. As you observe, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. Okay, I'll be there once I get there. The Syndicate has spoken. I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitors have made their position clear. Agreed. Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Limsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Cause the thought of them huddled in an airless hole with no hope of better treatment. Would I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Nymphilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Could it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week, mayhap? Or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you doubt, with not save food and shelter by a way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yugiri. Though I would not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains a matter of how they may safely be born to Revenant's Toll, which would be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Arya. Can't see me rolling my eyes. Lady Yugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the immortal flames can provide. Alright, well I'm here. No, I don't want that button. I do not want that button. I want this button. Because I believe I have enough to buy the minion. Yay, let's buy the minion. Actually, I have more than enough to buy the minion. I'm also gonna buy this emote. So we can learn a new emote. So let's go ahead and learn those two real quick. So now we can use the emote Reflect. But first, let's go over to the Adventurers Guild. Oh my gosh, my nose is like being super itchy during all this. We are concerned that the Doma refugees may find their journey to the Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Mimodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Hi! What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the immortal flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Where a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us, private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well, we should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that's befallen these good people, it's the least I can do. Come what may, we shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Yugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do, Lady Yugiri. Let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I'll entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you. After you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? Here's my nod. My typical nod. Yep. Alright, Yugiri's game. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, where from they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Arya, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hosen when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Alright, let's go find Hosen at Vesper Bay and use one of our remaining tickets here. Oh yeah, I should use that card. I'm so used to ignoring that card. Like I've said, I've done Labyrinth of the Ancients so many times. I've seen that card so many times. Is that Coachman? Don't think I can use it on the mount though. So, yeah. Hello, Hosen. Greetings, Alpino informed me that the Silent will be arriving to help with the preparations. Honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such frivolities. I knew from a glance what manner of woman you are. I, too, have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. Ugh. Yeah, my thanks for him. Praise he got my son Yozen, he can tell you more. We're literally about to play hide and seek, aren't we? Oh, hello there. I'm Yosen, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still wanted to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I told them to get ready for the carriages. I need your help, though. We're just finishing up a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yukiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. Vesper isn't that big, so they can find them in no time. So of course we have to actually find them, but good news, we can fly. Except they aren't going to be back there. Really? Alright. In buildings. Oh my gosh, we're literally playing hide and seek right now. Literally. Hiding child. How do you find me? Guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. I mean, that's a good thing, but I kind of beat them. I don't think they're going to be in the tavern or any. Silly, silly. Okay. Where are they? Down here? No, they are not down there. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm getting at this dang behemoth. Behemoth is not conducive to searching. I feel like flight is not helping me too much right now. There's one. Hey, you're not Yozen. Who are you? I'm Koharu. Are you Ariana, eh? I didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You're one of those, stallions, aren't you? No, Scions. Scions! They must know Lady Yukiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Ariana. Alright. Wherefore art thou, last child? You are probably not out here. So, I'm not gonna be in here. Oh my gosh. Hey, I found a child. Hello. Are you playing? No fair. Yosen didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We gotta ride a horse-bird carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary, but if Yosen says it's safe, I'll go. Alright. Oh yeah. I'll use that card another time. Wonderful, all the children are accounted. Hide and seek. I see that you are curious. It is quite simple, really. Lady Yukiri thought it best that the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. Alright, let's grab a ring. Why we adventure? The first caravan is due to depart shortly, and followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father Home, will be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. I understand the road that Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades. It would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Alright. Let's go speak with the hiring coachman. I believe we already saw him on our way in. Like so. Eager to be off, are ya? Why? Well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the blaze says we might have a problem. Fierce-looking beast he's been it's south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be if someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course. But don't pay to gamble in this business. Now, I know you can handle yourself in a fight. This lot here's another story, so I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around. Make sure the area's safe, like. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way is clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blade's telling me that the road there is safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Okay, let's head south of Horizon. What's this? I'm not flying? Well, Beo's already in the tunnel. Beo's taking a drink of water. Stay hydrated. It's good. Especially when you're in a dry climate. Oh my gosh. I just happen to be in a dry climate. That's why I mentioned the stuff like wildfires. Alright. Let's beat up a baddie, actually. Let's properly prepare to beat up a baddie here. Oh, Dragana, you're right on my destination! And the boss is down below. Ooh, that is a baddie, isn't it? It's a wandering eye. No, Dragana got paralyzed anyway. Alright, let's find the horseman outside Horizon. There we be. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Well fought, madam, well fought. Ah, if only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind, he forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be it as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. We cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. The Yugiri kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, promise of a better life, all this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father. To she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenue's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Hi. Hey, Miss Arya, Koharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. To go whither the wild rose blooms. Yo, you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything, but don't they grow in lots of places? It's my turn now. Excuse me, Miss Arya. I have a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? It is home to Lands of the Seventh Dawn. I could be mean and say it mentioned about the castrum. So you'll live there with your friends. That means you'll always be there to protect us. Enough, Koharu. It's my turn again, Miss Arya. When I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Slay shrews. How is that not an option? Well, shrews are pretty ferocious, so we'll say that. Fight ferocious beasts. Like that thing you fought earlier, right? You mean, right? Right. Alright. That's enough questions for Miss Arya. That's not fair. Why does Yozen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? Slay shrews and you'll get there. Seriously. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Miss Arya. I won't forget it. I'm gonna be an adventurer too! When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans! We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just as Miss Arya and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like Miss Arya and Lady Yugiri. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Do I have to deal with 20 questions over here at least? Hope I don't. I want to have to deal with 20 questions, okay? And I'm dealing with 20 questions. It would appear. Dang it. My one request. Couldn't even fulfill that one. Alright, so I need to go to the quicksand. Yes, I'm gonna be that lazy. Ah, Arya, I take it the first group has arrived? Excellent. Is there else? No, I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. Okay. All due respect. It's past time Lady Yugiri meet with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegate for the duration of the journey. First, speak with Slathborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Arya. Alright, let's go speak with Slathborn. And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. Hope you do not find our dear the fineries off-putting. Poor though we may be, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We all welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slathborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slathborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. Seven hells! Arya, why are you wasting time with me? Go see them to the Rising Stones. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. Alright, let's go speak with Minfilia. 'Tis no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Beldizian continue to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded not. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you are kept quite busy at Vesper Bay. Mayhap you resolve the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains... mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. Should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Yugiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant's soul could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, and to see them. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slathborn, Lady Yugiri, Arya. Lamin and I will make all the necessary preparations and ensure that our Doma friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Ishtola should be returning anon with a report from the field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival?
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet, which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a fleet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Ugh.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Alright, I think on that particular note... Jump on their desk. Let me jump on the... Fine. On that particular note, I think it's a good time to call it a video there. So, thank you all for watching. If you... There, I'll jump on this table. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep being content like this. Yep, and more, of course. You can find links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out. Later.